Hello friends, in the last video we have discussed about the warmer activity of an epitome of courage. Today you will be given a listening practice and new vocabulary in the story will be introduced. Please be attentive. Page number 62. An epitome of courage. We often tend to hide behind our weaknesses, disabilities, handicaps, or mourn over them our whole life through. Dr. Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest scientists of this century, did not do so in spite of suffering from a very rare and dreaded disease. Dr. Hawking continued his research undaunted. His exemplary courage should inspire us to do our best even under trying circumstances. Exactly 300 years after the death of the great scientist Galileo, Dr. Stephen Hawking was born in Oxford, London on the 8th day of January 1942. Little did his parents know that one day their little boy would be hailed as one of the greatest scientists of this century. Neither could anybody imagine that his mind would soar up into space like light. More importantly, none could predict that he would be the very epitome of courage. Courage is a wonderful thing. It is that quality which makes people not lose heart when faced with great calamity. It would not be an exaggeration to say that Dr. Stephen Hawking, a living legend of cosmology, is the very personification of courage and hope. Except his mind, his whole body is bound to a wheelchair thanks to a cruel quirk of fate. Yet, he is one of the greatest scientists of this century. An average child, Stephen grew up to be a normal teenager, full of mischief and lots of love for music and mathematics. Even though his father wanted him to study medicine, he was bent on studying mathematics. The University of Oxford at that time did not have a course in mathematics, so he opted to study physics instead. At the age of 17, Stephen started noticing that he was becoming increasingly clumsy and even fell down a couple of times for no reason. This perplexed him and he went to see his family doctor, who diagnosed him as suffering from an extremely rare disease, ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease, that affects the nervous system and eventually weakens all the muscles of the body. Stephen says that even as a child, his muscle coordination was nothing to write home about. He recollects that his handwriting would send his teacher into a fit of frenzy, nor was he inclined towards sports. Nevertheless, this disease came as a bolt from the blue. How much time he had left on this planet was very uncertain. The prognosis was bad, and the doctor said they could not do much. Undaunted, Stephen decided to continue his research and even got engaged to a Jane Wilde. Hawking says that, ironic as it may sound, it is at this dismal stage he began enjoying life the most. This, he says, was because he started living life for the moment and continued his doctoral research work with renewed vigor. In the meanwhile, the disease worked its way into Stephen's body and left him disabled. He began studying the concept of black holes to get his PhD. By this time, he was confined to a wheelchair and was rapidly losing control of his hands and speech. The study of black holes sparked his imagination with bright ideas. He made many epoch-making statements that shook established theories. Scientists believe that the universe began with a big bang. To explain this concept better, Stephen invented what is known as Lie algebra. Though confined to a wheelchair with no control over his body, save a finger, and with a computer to help him express his thoughts, Dr. Hawking is an authority on profound subjects of science. Numerous honorary doctorates and awards have been bestowed on him. He is a fellow of the Royal Society and a member of the US National Academy of Sciences. In spite of being considered Einstein's equal in intelligence, Dr. Hawking is a very humble man, a simple, down-to-earth man. He has authored many books dealing with his awesome ideas, keeping a layman in mind. His writing is full of wit and humor. His style is so lucid that non-scientists can also understand him. His book, A Brief History of Time, is one of the best-selling books of our times. On being asked how he feels about having the dreadful ALS, Dr. Hawking, the quintessence of optimism and hope, says, "Not very different from the rest. I try and lead as normal a life as possible, and not think about my condition or reject the things it prevents me from doing, which are not many." Dr. Hawking firmly believes that in the next millennium, science will discover the core secrets of the universe, its origin, its history, and maybe even predict its ultimate demise. Like Dr. Hawking, there are many people who display exemplary courage in their lives. Let us salute all those brave people who, in spite of being disabled, strive to do their best. Now, let us learn the vocabulary given in the margin line of the story. Mourn, feel sorry for. Exemplary, worth of imitation and admirable. Held, acclaimed. Epitome, a very fine example of something. Cosmology, study of origin and development of the universe. Quirk of fate, unexpected change of destiny. Clumsy, awkward or incompetent. Perplexed, full of difficulty or confused. Fit of frenzy, great annoyance or a rage. Wrath, anger. An idiom, a bolt from the blue, a sudden unexpected shock or surprise. Prognosis, forecast of a future health condition. Undaunted, not afraid of misfortunes. Epoch making, of great importance at a particular restricted time. Bestowed on, phrase, granted as an honor. Layman, an ordinary person without any special skills or knowledge. Quintessence, a perfect example. This is synonym for epitome. Optimism, state of having positive belief. Friends, just we learned 17 new words which have been introduced in the margin line of the story, An Epitome of Courage. Besides those introduced words in the margin line, there are many more words which need to be revised. You may have learnt it before, but this is the need to revise them. So let us understand. The very first is a phrase, soar up into space, means rise or aspire to higher level. calamity, disaster. Exaggeration, this is noun, overstatement or magnification, synonyms for exaggeration. Then opted, opt is a base word or action word. It is given in past form, so meaning chose or decided. Eventually is adverb, meaning in the end or at length, you can say. Weakens is a verb with yes form, base verb with yes form, meaning makes weak. Inclined, verb past participle, meaning tended or interested. Vigor, noun form, meaning enthusiasm or zest, you may call. Was confined to, this is phrase, means was restricted to or was fixed to. Sparked, this is a verb past participle, meaning caused to develop. Then this is abbreviation ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. This is the disease, rarest disease, which weakens the muscles in the body. Profound, adjective, meaning deep or intense. Humble, adjective, meaning modest. Layman, it's noun, ordinary man or common person. Regret is a verb, meaning repent or remorse. Exemplary, an adjective, meaning admirable. There are 3 such words in this story. They have more than one synonyms. So I have designed them in wave form. Epitome, perfect example, embodiment, personification, representation. These are 4 synonyms for the noun epitome. Next, exemplary. This is an adjective. One meaning is given in the margin line, but there are more synonyms to this word and we need to understand all of them. Exemplary, admirable, commendable, perfect, flawless, ideal, imitable, deserving. So these are the synonyms for the adjective exemplary. This is another word. This is an adjective introduced in the story, used in the story. Dismal. See, these are the synonym adjectives for this word. Dull, miserable, sorrowful, discouraging, disparate, disappointing, dejected, gloomy. All these are the synonyms to the word dismal. In this story, we have many pairs of adjective and noun. Let us revise them. Greatest scientists, wonderful thing, great calamity, living legend, average child, normal teenager, dismal stage, doctoral research, renewed vigor. Okay. Epoch-making statements, profound subject, humble man, awesome ideas, bright ideas, dreadful ALS, exemplary courage, honorary doctorates, brief history, core secrets, ultimate demise. So these are the pairs of adjective plus noun. These are the 4 compound nouns used in the story. Wheelchair, black holes, nervous system, handwriting. Now see, word formation in this story. First column shows verb, second column shows its noun form, third column shows adjective form, and last column shows adverb form. There was not enough space, so last column you may have some difficulty, but listen to properly. Verb, exaggerate, noun, exaggeration, adjective, exaggerated, and adverb, exaggeratedly. Second, inspire, verb. Inspiration, noun. Inspirational or inspiring, both can be used as an adjective, and inspirationally or inspiringly, both forms, adverb forms. Then number 3, exemplify. This is new verb introduced in the story. Exemplification, noun form. Adjective exemplary, actual this word is used in the story, but these are its form, verb form, noun form. They must be learned. So exemplary, adjective form, and exemplarily, adverb form. Then we have been introduced this verb in second form, opted, but base verb is opt. Noun form, option. Adjective form, optional, and adverb form, optionally. Then perplex, new verb introduced in the story. Perplex, noun form, perplexion. Adjective form, perplexive, and adverb form, perplexedly. Then verb form, weaken. Noun form, weakness. Adjective form, weak, and adverb form, weakly. Then last one, verb form, diagnose. Noun form, diagnosis. There can be one more, diagnostician. I haven't written here, but diagnostician, another noun. Then diagnosed, past participle. Then diagnostic and diagnosable. These three words can be used as an adjective and adverb form, diagnosably and diagnostically. Now verb form, recollect. Noun form, recollection. Adjective form, recollective. Adverb form, recollectively. Then verb form, incline. Noun form, inclination. Adjective form, inclined, no adverb form. Then verb form, continue. Noun form, continuation and continuity. Then adjective form, continuous. Adverb form, continuously. Verb form, enjoy. Noun form, enjoyment and joy. Adjective form, joyful, even you can say enjoyable. Adverb form, joyfully. Verb form, believe. Noun form, belief. Adjective form, believable. Adverb form, believably. Next, verb form, encourage. Noun, courage. Adjective, courageous, and adverb form, courageously. Then last, verb form, predict. Noun form, prediction. Adjective form, predictable, predictive, and adverb form, predictably. So words to be learned in the story. And now may I request you to read the story with the help of the introduced vocabulary with proper understanding, and in the next video, means third part of this story, we will have the discussion on paraphrasing the story and margin line activity. Thank you.